Also, on the ribbon, we have more controls. This level and layer control is the navigation of the model that we'll be using. As an example, if I turn on all, that turns on all layers. And so I can see every piece of my model. You can see dimensions and room names and walls all stacked on top of one of itself. And there's a little down arrow next to the all. If I select that, you can see that I have the choice of turning on all layers or just turning on the modeled layers or just the elevation layers. So if I select that, it'll turn off all the interior stuff and just turn on the exterior part of the model. Again, I have model framing, just turns on the framing MS, which is model for section levels. And I also have working drawing controls. We'll typically be working from this working drawings. So if I pull that down, I can go to the working drawing level of my first floor. And when I select that, it turns on just the first floor elements of my plan with dimensions and such. I can also go to my working drawing of my second floor. It'll turn on just the second floor levels of my house. If I go to the ED, which stands for electrical drawing, I can select ED1 and it'll turn on the electrical drawing of my first floor. And I have controls to show the working drawing with the electrical. I have a presentation layer set, which just shows my presentation levels. I can show my framing, I can show my studs, and I can show decking. There's also a layer key override. This will be only used for if we want to put something on an optional layer like a different front elevation that we might not want to see in our typical working drawing, but we might want to see in a partial. And you'll also notice there's a down arrow here on this tab. We have a separate set of controls for the layouts. If I select this pin here, it'll actually lock that in so I can actually get at those tools. But when we're in our layouts, we'll have a separate set of controls that control our viewports.